Hello guys, and welcome back to Vertex Investing. And before we get anywhere, I just want to say, if you clicked based on this title, I'm not quitting Forex. I've simply clickbaited you into this video. However, if you click this video based on that title and you're thinking the same thing, then this video may be for you. And if I've successfully clickbaited you, it means that I'm officially a YouTuber, right? At this point. But anyway, how many times have you actually said, you're going to start quitting, you're going to quit Forex, you're going to quit trading? And I'm going to talk a little bit about my story, and hopefully it might give you a different perspective that I don't know I've not seen it, but I don't think a lot of people talk about. But again, before I get anywhere, as always, I just want to take a moment to appreciate everyone that's helped the growth of Vertex, who's supported us over the last year or so, even longer. Even if you followed me from before Vertex began, I just want to appreciate everyone that subscribed, liked our videos, shared our posts, follow our Instagram, join our Telegram, whatever. However you reach out to us, I just want to say thank you, and thank you for keeping us updated with how you're getting on with your trading. It's, as always, those of you who are taking value from our videos, it's really nice to see and nice to hear. So I just want to say thank you. All right, so how many times have you actually said you want to quit trading? I've said it so many times. I don't even know how many times I said it. Why have I got a pen out? You know what? I found this new whiteboard app, not app, but this website. I have no idea how to actually use it, Oh, there we go. Okay, so okay, I've said this so many times, but why? Okay, why? The main thing is I wasn't making any money, right? But at that point, when I first started, and I was still in university at this time, I didn't have any actual understanding of what trading actually entailed, because when I first started, I was in my second year of uni actually. When I first started, I joined a signals group, right? And what I wanted to do is, can I draw this? This is a mad drawing. There we go. I wanted to pay off my car. Okay, that's the main reason why I started trading. Did that happen? No. Okay. Why? Because I joined based off following signals, and I joined based off what I saw on Instagram. And this person who I was following signals from wasn't even the trader. They were just a marketer, to be fair. And I didn't realize that. I assumed that they were the signal provider. They were the actual analyst. I didn't even know what anything meant. All I remember, I was using markets.com, and I had no idea what a lot size was. And to be fair, they didn't even use lot sizes. They used They used units for markets.com. Worst broker I've ever used. Not saying anything bad about them now. I don't know. I don't use them anymore. But I don't know anything about them for me to comment, and I don't want to talk bad about any broker. To be fair, so that's for you guys to do your research. But the reason why I joined is purely because of this car. Okay, I wanted to pay it off. My car was £8,000. It was a Toyota Yaris, which I still have, to be fair. I still have, and I always love that. I will always love that car, because I did eventually pay it off with my trading profits. But was it with signals? No. And I was under pressure. Now, coming out of uni, a lot of people come out in debt. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'll draw rather than type. A lot of people come out in debt. I luckily, I studied physiotherapy, and my course was funded, so I didn't really come out with that student debt of £9,000 a year. However, I did take a student loan, so I came out with, I was already sitting at minus 6. No, let me just write 6k. Roughly, it was around there, minus 6,000, something like that. I was in debt because of that loan that I took out, and I thought, when I start signals on my third year of uni, I'm gonna be able to pay pay this off, I won't be in any debt, and I'll be able to pay my car off. I'll be able to support my parents. I'll be able to live the life as what I've seen on Instagram. Was that the case? It just wasn't. Why? Because signals just don't work. Okay, and I've said it time and time again. I've run a signal company. I've done signals for ages, and even if you follow my signals, I remember I did a free month just to see how it went, and I made 50% on that month on signals for free. It was a completely free Telegram. How many people actually got 50%? Not many. A lot of people caught the losses. A lot of people just missed a lot of trades. It just doesn't work. And I didn't realize this until quite late in that, I actually needed to learn how to trade. So what did I do? So I was already sitting at 6k in debt, right? And I started working as a physio, and after tax, my take home was 1.2k. That was my take home after tax. Now, to be fair, I'm always grateful for, whatever I earn. I'm grateful for everything that I have. And yeah, I'll always be grateful for, what I've earned from the NHS. But this realistically is not enough to actually live off. And, I wouldn't be able to buy my first house with this salary. I would have, but it would have taken years. Not saying that I'm trying to rush anything, but I wanted to try and settle down as soon as possible and try and enjoy myself, enjoy life, because life is something that, without sounding too morbid, death is something that's guaranteed, and you want to enjoy life as much as you can. And for me, if I'm like stressing over like money worries, you won't really enjoy it. And I understand and I completely appreciate the financial issues and struggles that people have. I've been through it. I was struggling this whole period. When I came out of uni, yes, this was my salary, right? My rent was £500. My car, I was paying off 140 a month. My insurance, I was paying monthly at that time, which was I think 110. I think at that time, I'm not sure. Look how much of that salary is actually gone. So what am I left with? I was also supporting my parents. I was giving my parents, whatever they needed, whatever I can afford to give. I was never really stingy in that sense. I was stingy with myself, as in I didn't really buy myself things, but if anyone needed help, I would support them, and my family would come first, or my partner. They come first for me. But if you think about it, with all the expenses, how much are you actually left with? And then at this point, what was I doing? I did have some saved, by the way, at this point, but I bought a course for 1,500. Then I bought another course for 1,200, and then I bought another course for 550. Could I afford that? No, I cannot. I could not afford to pay that, but I did. Why? Because what happened was, one day when I was following signals, I don't know why I did that line. When I was following signals, you know what? I'm so bad at writing with this. When I was following signals, I had two good trades that made me £22.19, and I remember that exactly to the figure. Why? Because they were the only two wins that I had. However, I only had a £200 account at this point because I lost most of it. That's a huge gain, okay? And I appreciate that. Making £22 in the space of a couple of hours, because I saw that, I withdrew both of these, even though it was like £44 something, right? Even though it wasn't a lot in that sense, I withdrew it because, I wanted to remember the fact that, you can make something from trading, but signals is just not the way to do it. And this is the reason why I continued, because I knew that there is something here. So what did I do after that? So after this, I carried on. I don't have to make this any bigger, Oh, can I do this? Yeah. So as you can tell, I'm not very tech savvy. I'm very bad at this kind of stuff, to be fair. But the reason why I want to do this video is because of some of the, I've seen a lot of people messaging saying, they want to quit. They're not finding any success, even with the free strategy, which is fine. I mean, I'll talk about that in a bit. But what did I do is I did 8 months, 8 months on a demo. And this was after finding these courses. So none of these courses actually worked for me. And then I came across someone who was doing mechanical trading, which you may have come across. And when I learnt mechanical trading, that is where everything changed for me. So mechanical trading is basically, and you know what, I will type this out actually. So mechanical trading is basically rule-based trading. So what does that mean? It's basically you only trade if your rules are met. Okay, so how does this work? If you have consistent rules, I don't know if you can hear my mouse clicking. If you have consistent rules, okay, in theory you should have consistent results. Okay, you probably can't tell what I'm trying to say here, but essentially, if your rules are consistent and it's based off a statistical edge, you should have consistent results. And with that being said, and with that in my head, I knew that if I practiced everything that I've learned from this mechanical trader on 8 months, on a demo, waited till I was consistent, I would be able to progress in my trading. At this point, I was still working as a physio. I was working as a physio this whole time, right? So I did 8 months on a demo, and along this, I was working full time. So let me just write full time so you guys can see. I'm not exactly. I'm not saying I'm a millionaire or anything like that. I'm a normal person, and I've been through all the struggles, all the hardships that a lot of people are facing, and I don't think people realize that. And I'm not trying to paint a picture where everything's perfect for me, because it's not. I've been through the struggles, and I completely understand. And some of you who are going through this tough patch in your trading will probably need to hear this. But at this point, I was working full time. I was doing 8 months on a demo. It was very difficult to maintain time, but everybody has time. Okay, time is such a big thing, and everyone has it. People say they don't, but what are you doing? Like, you could be, for example, to be fair, before I watched this video, I was watching Sidemen video, and that was an hour long. Like, when I was in uni, I wasted a lot of time on YouTube, and I was watching stuff that I didn't really need to watch, and it wasn't always the best timing. I don't know. To be fair, I got through uni very, very well, to be fair, somehow. But what I'm trying to say is, everyone has time. You just have to make it. Once I realized I was consistent, I put my first big deposit. For me, my big deposit was £500. Now, for a lot of people, this may not sound like a lot, but for me, that was a lot. And I just I couldn't really afford it. But I knew that, I had a statistical edge. And from there, I said, I'm going to compound this account. And that's exactly what I did. And I kept depositing every month. So every month I was depositing 500. And at this point, my salary went up. I was getting paid after tax. I was getting paid 2,200. So I can afford to put that 500 in monthly. Sometimes it was less, depending on my monthly outgoings. At this point, I still didn't pay off my car, so just bear that in mind. And then what happened was, after 4 months, I compounded this account. After I compounded this account, I made about 4,500 or something like that. And then what I remember is I withdrew my 3,500, and that went towards my car. And that is why I have never now I bought a new car, but that is why I will never get rid of my first car, which was the Toyota Yaris. That for me is a reminder that Forex is something that you can make money from. You can achieve things if you put the time in. I will never get rid of this car until that car dies on me. I would never get rid of it. I would treat it as, I still, to be fair, when I bought my new car, I'm not gonna say what it was, but I'm not gonna say what it is, but when I bought my new car, I rarely drive it, to be fair. I always go for the Yaris for some reason. I'm attached to it. Why? This is the reason. A lot of people do ask, why I still drive my Yaris. That is the reason why I drive it. I'm not one that's gonna show off, and I've enjoyed myself, and I've enjoyed the money that I've made, But I'm not one to show off. I don't need to prove myself to anyone, as long as I'm happy and I'm happy with my life. That's just how I am, and that's how I see everything. So that's the main reason why I'm never gonna get rid of my car. But at this point, my account balance went down to 1k, I'll say, something like that. It was just over, and then I compounded that again, putting money in from my salary monthly, and I did that, and then I eventually made about 20,000, 20k from that. And my broker actually funded me at this point, so I had 150k worth of funding from AxiTrader, and that again boosted my take home from trading. I quit working as a physio for the NHS. But did I quit physio? No. Okay, physio is always going to be a passion of mine, purely because healthcare is such a big thing for me, and being able to provide healthcare is something that I'll never get rid of. And that care element is the reason why I didn't go to uni to just forget everything that I've learned. Yes, I'm making money as a trader, but should I quit what I'm doing and quit what I enjoy? No. So what I actually did, I actually set up my own physio company myself, and which I still run. So I'm still making money from physio. And then what happened at this point, I realized I am consistent, and there's a lot of signal providers out there, but what I realized, a lot of signal providers weren't exactly legit. And whether you think I'm legit or not, again, I don't really care, but it was there, and I thought, I'm going to run signals and I'm going to teach. So I started doing that, and I was charging £300 for my course, and for signals it was £25 a month. Okay, so that was a good monthly income as well. Well, it was £25 that I was getting monthly, and this was however many students actually joined. And to be fair, my first course, I think around 140 people were on there for free, just because. But to be fair, those 140 people, I think I mentioned somewhere on Instagram that, I don't know, I've not even heard from them. Some of the students that I did pay, they do still talk and are progressing, but that course is still solid. And I gave away for free purely because I wanted to see if giving stuff for free, does it actually work? Is it consistent? No, it's not. And I still provided the support that they would have wanted and they would have needed. But everything that got me to this point of making 20,000 and having 150k in funding came from what I'm teaching in that £300 course. I'm not going to charge £1,000 or anything like that just for a course. And yes, we do charge £1,500 for our bootcamp, but that's because you're getting taught live. Our course is £500, so if you want to join that, you can join and learn at your own pace with a £500 course. Unless you want to learn over 2 days, you can join the Vertex bootcamp, which is £1,500, but it's £1,000 with the £500 down. £500 this code YT500. Let me put that there so you guys don't forget. There we go. But at this point, what happened was, I carried on doing it, but then I realized signals is not for me. It's not worth my time. For £25 a month, yes, it was a good income, but I was getting a lot of complaints. People were missing trades. People were, taking losses. Even though the signals, I didn't actually have a losing month for about 2 years. I didn't have a losing month for about 2 years, and consistently it was about 10 to 30% that I was doing monthly. The mechanical method was incredible, and again, we do teach that at Vertex should you want to learn that. For me, it was a very good strategy, but because of the complaints and everything, I didn't really need the stress, and I was still running my physio company and trading. And to be fair, I was able to do both. I was able to trade basically full time, and I was able to work with my physio company as well. But yeah, I decided to quit signals when I joined Ben. So me and Ben, when we started Vertex, we did signals for a few months to sort of build our reputation. We actually did about 4 months of signals. We ended up at 78% using one of our mechanical methods, and then we stopped, and then we started teaching, and now we charge 500 a month. No, not five. Sorry, we charge £500 as a one-off fee, or it's 1,500 for the bootcamp. It's up to you. You get the same content, same support either way. It's whether you want to get taught live or not. So this is another another income for me as well. Now, the main the main thing that I want to talk about in this video is that yes, if you see like my overall income, right? So I'm making income from, let's talk about, there must be a quicker way to do it. I don't know what these stuff means. What does that mean? Oh, hold on a sec. Doesn't erase all drawings. That's a lie. Um, or does it? What does this do? Erase. Oh no, nah. I don't know what that did. What does this do? Erase all drawings. It's not erasing anything. Okay, there must be a quicker way. But anyway, let me just rub off this. So if you're gonna think about, for some reason, being a trader, if you do anything else as a side income, does that mean you're a bad trader? For some reason, that it means that you can't trade, or you're not because you're not a full-time trader. Yes, but if you think about it, how consistent, even regardless of how consistent you are, but is trading a consistent, reliable income? It's not, because you can have a losing month, and if you have a losing month and you don't have anything else to fall back on, what are you going to do that month? How are you going to pay your rent? How are you going to pay your mortgage? How are you going to pay for your car? How are you going to pay for anything? All right, which is why I'm never going to say that it's not a bad thing to do other things with your trading. For me, if I talk about it, so because I'm very open with where I earn from. So trading, let's do physio, and let's do rent. Yeah, so from trading, from trading is one of my main incomes. That's where I probably earn the most. Physio is getting there to take over where my trading profits are, but I do pay a fair amount of tax on everything, but it's it's not great. And then rent is what I earn from some of the properties that I own, and I get paid. Obviously, I take profit from whatever rent. To be fair, in terms of the property, I'm not that good to be fair in terms of what I'm doing, but I do make a consistent amount, and that's the main thing, is that these two, physio and my rentals, are my consistent earners. So I know that if I have a losing month, these two will keep me afloat. And yes, from trading, I've made a fair amount, and I have enough to fall back on. So if I have a losing month, I don't really care. It's not really an issue, because I have something left. But these two are keeping me afloat in that sense. But I realised that I've waffled a fair amount now, so I'll leave you guys be, and I hope this video has helped. But the main thing is that I've wanted to quit when I was losing for God knows how many years. I don't know years, even like two years I was losing for. I didn't make anything, made nothing from trading. Did I quit? No. Why? Because of that £22.19 pound profit times 2. Okay, that I had from the signals. That reminded me that trading is worth it. So if you're in the situation where you're thinking about quitting trading, just think about it in the long run. Okay, think about can you actually make something out of it? And the way to do that is by practicing. Practice. Make use of any time that you have. Bear in mind, I was working full time throughout all of this, and I'm got to the position where I'm in now. I still feel like I work full time sometimes with how much I do for Vertex, how much I do for my physio company, but I enjoy it. I'm doing everything that I enjoy. I'm very happy with life. I'm very happy in my position, and that's where I want you guys all to be. So if you are saying that you want to quit, double think it. Okay, think about it again. Try and work out what's going wrong. And that's why I want to talk about, in terms of your journaling. I know I said I'm going to finish the video, but I forgot to mention something. When you journal, the main thing is you want to talk about your emotions. You want to, if you have a losing run or have a losing streak, you want to find where you perform best. Right, so say for example, if one day you wake up and you're in an angry mood for whatever reason, you had a nightmare or something. That was actually one of mine. I had a nightmare and I didn't trade well that day, but I'm not going to talk about the nightmare. But I always noted this stuff down, because psychology is a massive barrier to your progression in trading. So think about it, write it down. Like, say for example, if you have a loss, write down how you reacted. Did you cry? Did you shout at someone? Did you throw something? I don't know why I'm going violent here, but whatever you did you like go silent, things like that. And then monitor your progress after that. Like for example, say if you lost one trade, and then and then you took another trade, probably like what, after like 5-10 minutes, and you lost that one, and then you take another one. You're revenge trading, right? But this is, you only know that when you note the stuff down. You have to write down every single aspect of your trading, and psychology is something that is so overlooked. So what I want you guys to do is, on your journals, is just to have a psychology section and write down how you behave at every different, at every environment. For example, for me at the moment, I'm going through some treatment at the moment, and I know that when I'm not feeling well, or when I'm going through surgery, or and so on, I know that I don't perform my best. So I'm not forcing trades. I'm not really actively looking at the charts. I'm analyzing and I'm observing moves, but I'm not actually trading, because why should I risk the capital that I've worked so hard to get? Why should I risk it? Because I know that I'm not at my best. So the main thing is, you want to find your best environment, your most suited environment. But for now, as I said, I'm going to leave you guys be, and I hope that you've enjoyed this video. It's a very different take, but it's you guys getting to know me, and this is my story. This is everything that I did, and my journey to where I am now. And there's so much more to come in my journey, I feel. But I'm very comfortable with how I am now, and it's probably going to stay like this for a while. I'm not looking to be rich. I don't want to be like Jeff Bezos or anything. I don't want to be like that. I just want to be comfortable in my life, which I am now, and I've achieved that now, so I'm very happy. And now it's about thinking about my future now, and supporting students in Vertex, and also my physio company staff. But for now, I will leave you guys be. I hope that you all stay safe and trade safe.